Alright, let's get this rolling here. Hello everyone, I'm Feather Monster. We've got here yet another week 4 match. And this would be Div 4A, I believe it is. She-Wolves versus Max. Obviously we have quite a few people here already in the server, but I wanted to get this going before I did anything particularly silly. Anyway, we got a few people here. So do we have enough here? Yeah, I think we're waiting for one more She-Wolves player, it looks like. Tico is going to be our ref for the day, it looks like, as well. So there we go. Of course, I hope everybody's having a good Easter, or had, depending on your current time zone. It is nice and sunny here in California, so my bird has been kind of noisy. So, yeah, she'll probably make some noise later. I apologize if she gets particularly loud, but I don't exactly count on it. Oh, okay, looks like do have the last She-Wolves player joined up as well, who has apparently caused a bit of a mess. Anyway, obviously, we are going to be. I had the maps for week 4 are Biodome and Summit, unless I am totally recalling wrong. We are obviously starting on Biodome here, with She-Wolves starting as Marines. Okay, they are still missing another person there on She-Wolves. I counted wrong or something. I believe this is probably I think this is the first real match that is playing with the updated balance mod, unless I totally missed it. So I'll have to check that later. But in case you've been either not paying attention to the competitive scene or I don't know what, you just haven't been paying attention, if you go to nsl.org, there's somewhere in the news posts links to the changelog to the updated competitive balance mod, which is you know, has been used in the previous 3.5 to 4 weeks for just doing some minor changes with biomass and cost of alien structures and stuff. And it wasn't that much of a change, but this current update has changed a lot. There's been changes to jetpacks. There's been changes to fade movement, which as far as or because fade movement in that they removed shadow step and added metabolize, which I believe was in NS1, but since I personally did not play NS1, I cannot say how similar or different it is to that. I'm sure that somebody who has played it and played the updated balance mod patch can tell you whether it's exactly the same or something like that. Obviously, since it is one failing at talking. It is one of the first games here being played. There's no saying that this will be that whatever changes are currently in the game at the moment or in the patch at the moment will continue to be in the patch as time goes on. But we'll see how it goes. So anyway, we've got on She-Wolves, we've got Jope merking for them, and I think it looks like they got their 6th person there, so we'll be waiting on Max to get their 6th. Of course, this is NS2, so it's only 7 minutes late at the moment. 3 minutes later by the time you guys get it, but that's not the end of the world. So there we go. There we go. We've got on She-Wolves, we've got Rukami, Apple, Wolfcat, Spa, Jope, who is the Merc, and Asylum. Actually, not entirely sure there who is going to be calming. It might be Jope. I don't know though. Unless they have gotten a slightly different comm. I mean, because I seem to recall that Schwa was their comm, so apparently he couldn't make it or something, I'm guessing. Anyway, we'll be waiting on Max over there, who currently have M.A.C.S, IMB, Drifter Girl, and Endymionis. and Pasky, who apparently I somehow missed when I was reading down the list, I think. So we will be waiting to see what goes on. Yeah, and I did find it interesting just mentioning about Biodome. One of the with these fixed spawns or the fixed cross spawns, I gotta say I played in a pub last night where we spawned over here in hydroponics, and I had no idea what the heck to do. It's something I've totally like taken for granted now that we are always going to start on this map as alien way over here in atmosphere, and I just totally like lost my mind. I went out the wrong way through the hive and was going like north through the map, and I was going like, wait, what am I doing? This is completely wrong. Why were we in hydro? It was it was interesting. I think we had a fairly new comm too, so that wasn't helping things either. Oh, apparently there's more. Yeah, in case also, you didn't know there is a pause function in this current version of the NSL mod, and it sometimes does wacky things. Which apparently, if you hit re-evolve last upgrades, it completely freaks out or something. I don't have that bound, so I don't have to worry. Okay, you egg when the pause is over. Yeah, that would be really bad if there was a pause during the middle of combat and you hit that by accident. I believe that's actually a command that bleeds through kind of. So if you're just typing normally and you pause and you keep typing and you accidentally hit whatever letter it is that you happen to have it bound, it may egg you. I don't know how reliable that is, but I know that it used to happen because I remember Fisk complaining about it, I think it was. Fisk can confirm since he is sitting in chat right now. He'll tell me in 3 minutes and whether or not I'm hallucinating. Anyway, I see a bunch of people here have wandered in. And Roic had suggested that, yeah, maybe we should have just told everyone that it starts, 15 minutes earlier. That would have been useful. It would be better though if, okay, Spa is going to be the one in the chair. So Jope is fielding. I guess I haven't kept up that much with She-Wolves' roster. I remember their original roster where, as I said, Schwa was calming, but I guess there have been some changes, so good for them. We will see how this all goes. Yes, as far as I know, as I'm also reading chat again, yeah, She-Wolves, as far as I know, is mostly a female roster. I believe the only guys on it are Ghost, who I believe was originally just listed there as sort of a permanent merc, and Schwa, who was originally calming, and I have no idea if he's still calming now. Anyway, we're still waiting on the sixth player for Max. I don't know whether their sixth is just having issues joining the server or what. I don't think it was mentioned. Oh, come on, I wanted a mouse wheel through that. So we'll have to see who and when their last player is going to show up. Okay, somebody changed their name there to Snaggletooth. I guess that was Woof something. Oh, gods, I wish there was like a little history log, because I know I read who was that little spot right there. But we'll see. I am interested to see how they are going to play now against Max. So I also don't think I've seen a full game of theirs. I think I saw like parts of it and then got distracted, or maybe it was cast at the same time I was casting, something like that. Either way, I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Okay, Roic was saying, yeah, the Schwa's been on the field, so I guess they did finally find a female comm, I would assume, possibly, unless something crazy has happened. Um, yeah, actually, yeah, thinking about it, he was on the field last night. I played in a mix against them last night, which was entertaining. So I'm curious to see how they will do against Max, who, as I said, I don't think I've seen a full game of theirs, and I could alt tab and go check the current standings and who's played who, but no saying that that thing would. I mean, I don't want to miss the start in case the sixth person comes hopping in here and ends up uh yeah ends up freaking. I'm just like totally losing my mind here. Okay, my tablet's moving slow, so I'm not even gonna try to pull up the rosters on there. Okay, it looks like they did get a merc there from who is. Okay, the sixth player is Drifter Girl. I am just going to assume that Drifter Girl is actually a girl, considering the name says girl. If it is secretly if Drifter Girl is secretly a guy, well then they are a troll, and they and well, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. It was, I think, in the scrim. Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't it? It was a fade or something. I don't remember who it was, but I think it was a fade by accident. And whoever we were playing was like, "Where are they?" And we're like, if you see the egg, just don't kill it." I remember that now. That was fun. It was exciting. I am gonna actually try and bring up the NSL site on my tablet so that I can get all the information and be able to quote more things like the balance mod changes for if that comes up. Yeah, I mean technically the as far as the yeah, it is the issue that I guess I should probably just not try to involve myself in the conversation that's currently going on in chat about the eggs and stuff because freaking it'll be 3 minutes later by the time you guys catch up to what the heck's going on here. It's like they have readied up, so we are going to go here and get rolling along. Good luck, everyone! Okay, unsurprisingly, we got the fixed spawn starts here. Shields are going to be, looks like building an armory, 3 of them building an armory, and we got Rakami moving out towards seating and Jope out through canopy. We got IMB and SAS moving down the sort of right side of the map. Shivos is going to go for mines to start with. Pasky's going to run into Jope there, right in the hallway, along with Rezgul's there as well. Got 2 hanging out over in seating, which I believe is still being built by Apple. It's IMB and SAS, as mentioned before. However, we got Rezgul and Pasky sort of sneaking on into canopy. Jope is sitting there building the power, is parasited, so they know exactly what he's doing. Rezgul's going to go flying in there, and while Jope is running away, he gets taken down. Meanwhile, over in seating, we've got, it looks like also got cleared over there. That was Apple. They're going to take down the seating RT, so that's definitely a good start for them. However, we got Rakami and Snaggletooth moving into Agri-Labs, where there isn't an RT, so there's not really much to kill there. So they're going to continue on in towards the hive, while Pasky is taking down the power, and Razgul is waiting for Jope to return towards Canopy. SAS is also camping the opposite side over there in seating, and it looks like Apple will be the one to fall into that trap. Snaggletooth and Rikami both going after the gorge tunnel there. Andy Mayonis hopping out for a moment there to try and attack and changed his mind. We do have Drifter Girl over in Hydro and had set up a tunnel over there. However, at the moment, Rikami and Snaggle are both just killing every egg ever. Still got SAS and IMB over here in sort of lobby area, and it looks like they are going to push in versus Apple, but they haven't really done all that much as of yet. Obviously, the fact that they're still being forced to draw, it looks like, okay, they did get cleared up in atmosphere. Spa jumps out of the chair there to try and help clear the skulks. Mine takes out one. Rakami versus IMB, who then gets forced into Asylum, who came back through seating. Has been cleared, yeah, okay. Tunnel got dropped again. And now it's just Razgul sneaking over here in falls towards the RT. They obviously are kind of low on RTs as at the moment. There hasn't been much, killing of said RTs. There was the ones lost in, or I guess the one lost over in Canopy, where the power is now out as well. Rakami just took down the Razgul and is going to... I'm being instant messaged, obviously. I forgot to mute that one, so I will do that at the earliest convenience, aka between rounds. IMB is just going to hide there as Snaggle and Rakami move towards Agri again. Drifter Girl is going to run away as Gorge and maybe get killed. We shall see here in a moment. Yep, Gorge down. IMB maybe should have gone in there and tried to distract them. However, IMB is going to go down as well. We do have lurks up. Razgul is a lurk, and as is M.A.C.S, who just popped out of the egg back in atmosphere, now going towards Jope here in filtration. That RT is most likely gonna... Oh, nope, they assisted it. It'll be close on that one. I don't know. I should do some research on what is the absolute minimum time required, but it might be savable. Rakami's going to be the last person standing there in Agri, but with M.A.C.S and Razgul coming in, that's... yeah, she's gone. Pasky working again on falls, while IMB is there working on the one in platform. Apple may be... Oh! Mine takes out Pasky, so good mine placement there by Snaggle. They did lose the Harvester there in filtration, it looks like. And we've got Jope and Snaggle scooting towards the Gorge Tunnel here, where M.A.C.S just popped out. They do have a whip, they do have a crag over there, it looks like. And so that'll be a little bit obnoxious to take, assuming they don't just kill the Gorge Tunnel and call it done. However, we got Pasky joining the group there, so now it's Jope versus the world. Jope gets taken out. He had gotten a reasonable amount of hits on Pasky. Do have, looks like Apple just got some reasonable chip damage on IMB over there. However, we got a reasonably large battle here going on through the seating area where that RT is almost certainly going to go down. Looks like M.A.C.S is taking out some mines that have been left over there in bioreactors. Snaggletooth getting taken down by M.A.C.S, and with four aliens over there, that does kind of leave the right side of the left side of the map fairly open. So let's see how they do that. Anyway, Armor 1 is almost complete, so that'll be helping She-Wolves here in a momentarily. Got Jope sort of sneaking towards Falls again to probably put that RT back up. Shotguns now rolling. Apple and Asylum working again on the filtration RT. We've got down in base. We got the group of four. I'd moved into the reception as being as annoying as possible. Looks like Spa did hop out of the chair. Rakami is very low on health, and obviously the lack of comm means no med packs. However, guess what? They just took down Razgul, so that is definitely good for She-Wolves. He probably stayed in there a bit too long, and by a bit I mean quite a bit. I'd have to go back and look over, do instant replay on that, but all things considered, definitely a reasonable victory for She-Wolves on that. Anyway, we've got the filtration harvester obviously just went down. Drifter Girl is there, and Pasky and Razgul are coming in from the flank. M.A.C.S a little bit later, so this is going to get cleared up very quickly. Asylum may or may not take down anyone else. Nope. She gets cleared as well. Got Jope and Snaggle moving in towards Agri Labs again. They are going to take down that RT. M.A.C.S is too late to clear that, but I'll have to see whether Snaggle and Jope get enough bullets pumped into that lurk to scare him away. He does retreat over towards Hydra. They are getting weapons one right now, losing the extractor there in Canopy again to Drifter Girl and Passkey while Asylum moves in there to try and clear that. However, she even has a shotgun, so one skulk down. However, that RT is history. Asylum does not end up dying there. Apple's right around the corner just waiting to zip in if necessary. Got Drifter Girl still backing up towards platform there. Meanwhile, up here we've got Joe almost dying and almost taking out IMB. SAS. Oh, what do we got down here again? We got Razgul just chomping on the arm slab. But it looks like up in Agri, everything got cleared. However, Rakami and Asylum are going to walk into to SAS there. Okay, looks like the Spa did hop out of the chair, but not enough to kill Razgul. Did get cleared by a respawner. Got Asylum walking back up through Agri Labs again, but SAS is stealthily flapping along behind. Well, so much for that, for the stealth when the flapping part came in. Anyway, we got Drifter Girl just hiding around there. Apple completely misses Drifter Girl there. Joke does as well, but I think Drifter's doing a good job at keeping out of sight. Have to see whether... Oh, did get parasited it looked like, so they know something's up. Potentially. So that harvester's, or that extractor's going to get chomped on along with the one here in Canopy. Got Apple and Joke coming up. We do have fades up, of course, so we have Passkey and IMB and the along with the remaining Lurk versus Apple and Jope. Apple is going to be the first one down, and Jope will be next. Not enough DPS into those life forms to really cause them too much concern. They are going to get phase gates, it looks like, very soon, so I'm assuming that one will probably be going up in falls first. It's like Razgul and SAS moving in here versus Rakami's shotgun and Snaggletooth's LMG. Rakami on both of them almost getting taken down, but not quite enough. Meanwhile, over here we've got Drifter Girl versus Asylum. Asylum is able to win that little engagement, while over here... Oh, there we go. SAS just dies around the corner there. Got back there right after it happened. We've got Passkey and IMB moving down through... Bamboo coming up behind on Asylum and Jope. Jope does get at least a couple good shots there on IMB, however, not enough to, as I said, well, not enough to concern them too much. They're able to get out and go heal while he goes to go and potentially take down that extractor. We've got one skulk going in towards base, that's Razgul, but Asylum was exiting towards seeding as well, so they're just going to get play a little bit of ring around the rosy while that happens. But up here, we've got Snaggle and Rakami moving into Agri again, where Passkey and IMB are both kind of zipping in after their engagement on the left side of the map. IMB is getting pretty low now. A couple more good shots might have actually killed that fade, and then that definitely would have been a good good points towards She-Wolves. However, there is a Harvester now going down in Falls, so there is that. Jope and Apple now working on platform to try and reclaim that. Snaggle and Rakami now still in Agri versus pretty much most of the alien team. Snaggle is the last one standing. Again, does get taken down by IMB. So I think there was a shotgun, at least one shotgun lost in that mess. However, the Harvester is obviously still at half, so not too bad for Max at this point. Got both fades moving in here on Jope and Apple again in platform. Jope is at half, so hopefully he'll get med-packed. If not, well, Razgul will just take him out like that, and that's a shotgun down, hanging out by the tech point. Apple getting taken down as well. Looks like we do have Asylum moving into Hydro. Not going to immediately start working on the whip, which is mature enough to know Bile Bomb. Got Drifter, Razgul, and Passkey all down here in this sort of gallery/canopy area. Looks like, what have we got here? Do we have somebody saving? It's still a while yet before Onos and all that jazz, so we're probably going to just see more of the same, and it's up to She-Wolves to see if they could get rid of some of these higher life forms, aka the fades at this point, though. I believe both Lurks probably have enough res to clear that. Got Razgul getting taken down there by Jope after taking down Apple. I believe that was. We'll have to see how this all goes. Yeah, both lurks could just relurk at this point, if they so desired. Gonna rebuild seating while over here Drifter Girl is just hanging out at the other end of the hallway. I did apparently drop the Hydro Hive when I wasn't paying attention, so I will do better at paying attention to that next time. That is already built, so they are just waiting on higher life forms and upgrades. They are going to go Crag Hive for the second hive. They do have Lurking Gorge upgrades. So with the 4 push here into Falls, it looked like Apple got out of the line of sight there. Snaggletooth does a good job at making sure Rukami doesn't suffer the same fate. With Pasky moving in there alone, they are going to take down that Harvester and likely repair that. However, down in base we got Rezgul and SAS down there, chomping on an arm slab. SAS blowing up mines while hanging off the ceiling. Apple goes down. Spot does take down Rezgul, however, SAS is able to continue biting. Jope respawns. And is he going to shoo away the lurk? He does shoo away the lurk. Okay. Yeah, let's take a quick look here as Asylum gets taken down by IMB. Yeah, there hasn't been as much killing of the Harvesters going on. The 9 extractors down in 13 minutes isn't, horrific or anything. So they have been keeping them pretty much on the naturals since... oh, there goes, speaking of which, there goes seeding. Since I think it was about, probably about, 5 minutes into the game, making sure that they didn't get platform. Obviously, Hydro, they never had a chance since that Gorge Fort. They're going to take down the power there in seeding. Got Apple moving in towards platform to see if she can do any damage. And it looks like Razgul and SAS are moving over there to intercept. Got a 3 push trying to go reclaim seeding. We'll see if that works, but at the moment Razgul is going to go try and take down Canopy. Jope is there to try and defend it, but Pasky comes in as the fade. It's taken down along with IMB is also in there as well. Platform was obviously cleared of any marine annoyances there. So we'll see whether or not they're going to be able to continue on, but with SAS still being up along with both fades, IMB and Pasky, it's, not looking so good for She-Wolves, who are slowly getting forced into their base. However, we got Asylum, Snaggle, and Rakami over here, over by Agri, so it'll be interesting to see if they actually try and do anything. But at the moment, we've kind of got, pretty much every alien there in the base going after the Obs, which doesn't quite go down. So they will hopefully repair that. However, that push towards Agri / the main hive is obviously not going to work. So instead they're going to just, roll over seating again while Jope and Rakami try to come in there to clear things. Do hear some more mines going down. The second shell is going. They are getting pretty much all the upgrades there on Mac's side of things. Both the Skulk and Onos upgrades just waiting in the wings. It's like She-Wolves is probably just not going to get a chance to use those phase gates they researched. They did finally reclaim Canopy, but again, M.A.C.S is just doing a really good job at hitting seeding over and over again and making sure that RT just doesn't stay up for long. Working on the power when they've had the chance and just clearing everybody everywhere. So we got, a fade swatting at the RT. Not exactly particularly effective. It's like... but that's okay. SAS is in there. Over here, just lost 2 Marines there in Biodome. That's the map, or bioreactors. That was bamboo. Too many bees in this map. Anyway, we got Razgul and Drifter Girl just chomping down that RT, and Rakami and Asylum just probably, they're not going to make it there in time. No way whatsoever. Finally getting weapons 2 rolling, but it's just not so good. I do want to see one of these fades go down, just because why not? It's, at this point, probably wouldn't change anything, so... And not to mention, it's not going to be horribly long before they could refade anyway. Drifter Girl is able to take out Rakami there in Canopy. SAS is just going to chomp down that power. As I said, they've been really making sure that seeding is like taking all of their attention and all the Marines to clear it. So we got 3 Marines just chilling in base while 3 aliens hang out in bioreactors area. My bird is singing, obviously. This is why I have her as a co-caster. Anyway, we got Razgul and SAS versus Snaggle, Apple, and Jope. They're going to shoot out those slightly squishier life forms, potentially. But we've got both Fades hanging out not too far away, so that'll be easy enough for them to go and take out. However, they just went over to Bamboo again, take out Asylum. Rukami had been out of line of sight around the corner there, so unable to really do much of anything. They are able to get IMB down to half health, but, that isn't too much. They're able to pretty much clear every Marine, and Razgul's hanging out on one side, and yeah, the Fade on the other. Yeah, that is the GG. Not just before Weapons 2 goes up. So that is round 1 win for Max. Alright, so good starting game there. Yeah, I see comments about the the tags there. Schwalifications. Wow. That is a bad pun. I like bad puns though. They're awesome. Anyway, yeah. All the ones with the like V's and for the tag. That is the actual She-Wolf's tag. What's going on? What did I miss? Um and yeah, the as mentioned in chat, the HC is for frequency, which would be a completely different team. I love it when the approved mercs thing approves somebody who's actually on the team as a merc. It's kind of silly. But there you go. Yes, Bird. Anyway, I'm curious to see whether their alien game is whether She-Wolves' alien game is stronger than their marine game. I mean, it wasn't too bad of a start, but then they just got pushed back and then locked into the down into reception, which does get kind of hard to get out of. I think it was probably too late to try and waste the res on the phase gates at that point. They didn't have the control up. Yeah, this does look like it is using the original version, isn't it? Not the balance mod. I guess that is a thing. I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there something said that uh Div 4 maybe wasn't going to be using it? I don't recall 110%. That was a while ago. I don't know whether that changed at all or whether everybody was going to use it, because I know a lot of teams were using it regardless. Okay, Max has readied up here. We are still... Ah, Schwa is alive. Schwa has returned. So... I don't know who is Schwa replacing. Oh goodness. This is what happens. I like totally, after a round is over, just my brain empties and I forget who was on what team. Well, I totally apologize to who it was that left, but obviously Schwa has joined and replaced somebody somewhere. Yeah, it is, as Roic mentioned, yeah, it might have been they lost way too many shotguns, maybe needed to play a little bit more conservatively or staying in groups better, that kind of thing. I know there were some line of sight issues, which is obviously something that where people get getting picked around corners and that kind of thing, so at least that's an easy change, like, once you get used to it. And yeah, in case you guys didn't particularly notice, there are now, thanks to Mendasp, the little upgrades that show up to the sides here on the little like roster thingy gadgets that I don't know what the heck to actually call them on the spectate HUD that show the upgrades that are chosen. So yeah, you can make fun of upgrades that people chose, or see whether or not a particular set worked out really well for somebody. Obviously, it all depends on playstyle. And yeah, I see people talking about adrenaline fades. Yeah, it happens, I guess. Usually not in the higher division matches, but this is Div 4, so crazy things happen. Whether it be matches that go, an hour. I don't think there's been one of those that recently. Just that one that one greeny competition that was what went 106 minutes or something ridiculous. Yeah, as I said, it is a nice sunny day here, which would explain why my bird is was sitting there singing happily. I just turned around and looked at her, and she stopped. I hope she isn't being too particularly noisy, but I mean, I've lived with her for like 4 years, so I tune her out. But yeah, if they are not using the updated balance mod, then that would be, as I'm like skipping back to a topic from X amount of minutes ago. Uh, then I suppose then the first real match would be one tomorrow. I'd have to double check to see if it is confirmed. Let me check. I think I can at least do that on my tablet. Yeah, I believe that actually both matches that may be tomorrow may end up being rescheduled. We will have to see, because of course there was the issue. Check the other one real quick before I say anything. Anyway, one has not been officially confirmed. That is tomorrow morning at some ungodly hour for me because it's Oz versus 2 hours later. Yeah, and the other one would have been Imagine versus Legendary Snails. Here we go. We're starting though, which obviously may be getting delayed because Highvol broke his elbow or something ridiculous like that, which is just terrible. And hopefully he'll feel better soon. Anyway, here we go for round 2. Unsurprisingly, we got Max starting down here in reception, and She-Wolf starting up top. See how they exit the hive here? It's like 3 down, 4 down one side and 1 down the other. Job going solo. Maybe we got IMB and SAS moving down into seating here and just skipping the whole thing and probably going up to Agri while they had 3 building the arm slab there in the corner. Jope is hiding over in a corner. Oh no, he's hiding under the floor there, which is a nice little spot. He's able to just wait. He's just kind of sneaking along. Asylum there also. We do have some combat going down already in seating, but I kind of do want to see Jope just appear out of the floor and pounce on somebody. However, they got 3 there. That's pretty much good, unless IMB is able to do some amazing clearing. However, he might actually get that. He might actually get that Rakami down. Asylum does finish that off and clear it. Snaggle versus Drifter here in the Canopy. Drifter wins that, so Marine engagement win on one side and Alien on the other. Respawners all around. You got Pasky building up that RT finally in seating, and SAS is going to join him. Jope cruising on down towards falls/bridge, while Asylum is hiding up in the ceiling towards the camera. Got Drifter just hanging out there, waiting around for Razgul to show up as well. Got 3 Skulks just hanging out in the falls vicinity, waiting, I'm assuming, to go through in towards seating, it looks like. So we got Jope on one side, who's very chipped, and Rakami on the other, waiting for SAS and Pasky. Jope gets picked off pretty well. Oh. Rakami changes her mind about going up that way. It looks like SAS having some issue. SAS and Pasky having some issues with the jump there. Pasky is able to make it. Gets taken out, but making the jump when your teammate can't does kind of mean that the person who made it, or well, either of you are really easy to pick off. We're losing the seating extractor here. Razgul and Drifter Girl moving in towards filtration, while Rakami just waits to see if SAS is going to make that jump. At this point, he could have just gone and walked around. It'll be a lot faster. That is something that you definitely need to practice, and there is a faster way to make that jump. So you should figure out the faster way to make that jump if you're going to use that in an actual game, or just get really good at doing it the old way. We've got Schwa working on the Canopy Extractor over here, while Jope versus IMB over here in Hydro. Lots of pistol shots going on, but not many of them landing from IMB. Jope is able to clear him, and they already have armor one and are going for weapons one now. Snaggletooth joins Schwa on the extractor. Just a couple more bites there. SAS starting off with a pistol. Not that there was, for the accuracy I would assume, but there wasn't much to do there considering they just like rolled him over. Yeah, okay, Snaggletooth goes down, but Schwa is able to clean that up, no problem. Jope up on the ceiling and falls while Pasky just finished the power. Snaggletooth's just gonna fly in there. Jope's gonna take him down. IMB heading out towards seating. Not much going on over there. Probably gonna go build up Hydro if possible. Got 3 moving in towards filtrations. Oh, nope, that's because there's 2 Marines in the hive that snuck up through filtration, it looks like. Rezgul taking down Schwa, Drifter Girl and Rezgul being the 2 in there. Rakami and Snaggle. Spa just jumps out of the hive. 4 skulks all converging, well, 3-ish. Okay, 4 are all converging on Rezgul to clear him. It is Lurk Res, so we'll be seeing the Lurks here momentarily, I would assume. Got building up the RT again in Canopy. We've got Pasky and SAS down there. IMB is getting the one up in Hydro. RT-wise, they've only taken down 1 extractor so far. No harvesters down. So I guess they didn't have the one in filtration built yet, which would be why they went and pushed the hive. Schwa's just running through falls there, gonna run into Drifter Girl. And Drifter Girl wins that. Rezgul's right around the corner, so that wasn't gonna end well. We do have Jope up as Lurk, and Rakami as well. Jope almost goes down to half health, like, to start with, so he's out of that engagement. Snaggle's just gonna go try and hide in the ceiling, but has basically no health up there, so is just going to hide. Got Rezgul and Drifter Girl and IMB all moving into Agri Labs in that annoying little room. Rakami's gonna go through, takes out Drifter Girl, goes into the vent. Not too chipped though, so Rakami can pair up with Schwa and Jope, and they should be able to clear Agri, no problem. They do have a assist already replaced, so that shouldn't be an issue. Schwa's going to go after that RT there in Hydro. There's still nothing going down at Falls. It's pretty empty in there. Shotguns have been started for M.A.C.S. at this point. We've got SAS and Pasky both in need of some medding, but otherwise okay. Sneaking into filtration where there is still no RT. It is sisted up, so they can be annoying and get rid of those cysts just to waste some more time, but Rakami's coming over there, and without the med packs, that should be pretty easy for Rakami to clear out one of them, or both of them, but Pasky's hanging out under the floor. Whoa, I think I just got some weird lag there, somebody did. Anyway, Rakami almost gets taken out there. Jope is going to show up and save the day, potentially. SAS almost getting taken down. Okay, it does get taken down. Medpack a little bit too late. Pasky's next on the list. Taking down the power here in Falls also. Phase Tech has been started. Lurk's going to heal. Meanwhile, over here we've got Rezgul down there in Agri, and that RT is doomed. Bye, RT. You have lived, hopefully, a good life. Pasky's sweetie botting around a corner there, just waiting to see if anybody's going to come up and show up, but apparently not. Still kind of needs a med pack over there. They take down the platform RT. Pasky is going to desist that, but Jope is inbound, so that should go down. Yeah. Jope takes out Pasky, no problem. Power's out in Hydro, but we got Drifter Girl and IMB just coming into the room. There's a battle going on over in platform. SAS is getting attacked by basically 4 of the 5 aliens. Jope got very hit and is hiding up in the ceiling. Gonna go through the vent. Snaggle and Schwa are going to move in and take down the canopy RT again. IMB and Drifter Girl both working on the one in Hydro. Guess the one infiltration is desisted, but that is going to be, saved again, no problem. It is at about half health, so it should be fine. We've got Rakami going under half health there versus Drifter Girl and IMB. The med packs seem to be kind of slow for Max, so She-Wolves may be able to take that to their advantage. I've seen a lot of people running around with half health that shouldn't be, especially after the engagement is over and ended in like a stalemate pretty much. They're going to lose a Drifter. It looks like they're in Falls, along with, is that a Crag? That was a Crag. Maybe it went down to Pasky's shotgun. Do still have only armor one weapon run if I can speak and read it correctly. Schwal is going to take down that RT there in seating. They have taken down 5 RTs or 5 extractors so far. Okay, one Marine down. Pasky with his shotgun almost takes down Jope. Rakami's still up and kicking, so no problem there. Jope just better be careful. Okay, they almost take out Snaggletooth as well, but not quite. Barely any HP left there. Drifter Girl's going to rebuild the one in seating, and it looks like, who have we got here? We got Razgul moving in towards Canopy to rebuild that one. Got SAS versus Schwab potentially here in platform. Schwab is kind of at a disadvantage just to the range of that hallway, which is really annoying for Skulks. But that's okay. Rakami's going to show up and possibly shift the tide of this, swooping in from one side while Schwab moves in as the giant distraction from the other. They clear that, no problem, but we got Drifter Girl and IMB moving into Hydra again. They're apparently going to maybe skip that? Maybe not. I don't know. They split up there, so that'd be easy pickings for the aliens depending on how they approached it. But they're going to just take down seating instead. One in Canopy is being rebuilt by Pasky, and Razgul's camping around a corner just waiting. SAS is moving in as well. But they are going to lose the seating RT. Drifter Girl shows up having run in from Hydro. And IMB is moving in as well. But way too late. However, Asylum is going to run into that shotgun, get taken down. Rakami better be careful there. Trapped between 2 shotguns. Do some clever flying to get out of there, looks like. Snaggletooth is pretty wounded. Does get taken down by SAS, but not until after the parasite. We got Pasky and Razgul moving into platform again. Power is out there, so that'll delay them being able to recap that node. She-Wolves has assisted in there. They are going to have to clear the sys chain, but there you go. We got SAS versus both lurks here in Hydro. SAS is just going to get spiked to death, and that shotgun is going to go away unless somebody has reappeared. Oh, no, wait. It might not. Drifter Girl, where are you going? You need to get that shotgun. Oh, well. One shotgun down. How they doing on P-Res? I got enough for a few more shotguns, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Drifter Girl's going to move back into Falls there and harass that. IMB is just waiting at the end of this nice long hallway there to see if anybody's going to show up. But Rakami and Jope are both hiding around corners, just waiting. Jope's being the distraction while Rakami just moves in there to take out IMB. SAS is a little bit too late to go and get any damage whatsoever really on the lurks. More RTs going down here and there along with cysts. SAS doesn't get to do much there. Both fades are up, Snaggletooth and Schwa. I guess Asylum will be the Onos. There are two harvesters being harassed at this particular moment. They've taken out 4 harvesters to 8 extractors. Things are looking pretty even though. At about the 5-minute mark, it looks like the aliens really took off. So it'll be interesting to see whether they keep up that momentum or that somebody does something stupid. Rakami is very low on health, I'm assuming from the engagement that was over towards Agri/Hydro-ish. We've got both Fades and Alert moving into the seating again. But we've got 2 Marines just sneaking along with their shotguns as Pasky and Razgul scooting from Bamboo into Falls, where that RT is just going to end up dying because that syst's not going to do anything. Drifter Girl's going to run in there with a shotgun versus Snaggle and Jope, and SAS is going to get taken down because he's out of line of sight again. Rakami's just going to be an obnoxious spike machine there, but over here in Falls we got the real battle of those 2 shotgunners who had been sneaking versus both Fades and Jope. Oh, there we go. There's Rakami. So it's all the higher life forms versus both Marines, and Razgul accidentally kills Pasky. So, well, so much for that. There's 2 shotguns there down in the corner of Falls at that far edge. And there's nobody respawning on that side of the map to be able to go and recap them, so those are totally lost. Looks like we've got 3, though. We got another 2 shotguns, and also... oh, whoa. Snaggle, what? You better get out of there. Running into 2 shotguns plus a couple LMGs, that 4 Marine push can actually do some damage, especially now that I believe they have weapons too. Or did that get cancelled? I thought I saw it being researched, but I guess it maybe got cancelled. Or something. Got Razgul in there versus 2, but we got that 4 push there in Falls that is going to clear out all the stuff that they built there. However, guess what? We got Schwa there in base being obnoxious and swatting at the obs. Job goes to join him. Oh, they do force that beacon. Or not. They just took that down like 0.2 seconds before they would have been ported back, which might not have been the best call. It would have been better to let that call so they didn't even have to worry about killing the Marines there in Falls. They could have just let them, get out of position via beacon. Though it looks like they do have enough life forms in there to be able to take that down, though, considering it is 2 lurks and a fade. So there goes an IP. Both IPs are down. Now they just need to kill stuff. They just need to kill stuff, but the things that are left have shotguns, so Rakami may end up getting... Oh, no, Rakami's going to wisely get out of there. So we got IMB and SAS, the only ones left, along with the comm. The comm is still inside the box there. We got SAS versus Asylum going on over here in seating, so maybe that was a good call, getting that, letting that beacon not work. Though either one could have ended up being a good victory depending on how they played it. They are going to GG, so that is a win for She-Wolves on their alien game. So good job. Yeah, I could have seen that working if they had allowed the beacon and just, rolled over everything and set up to wait for them in canopy or seating and taken out those shotguns there. Okay, since this is a North America versus European match, we do have to switch servers, so hopefully they will switch servers and let me know where the heck we're going. Yeah, I think they were a little bit slow. I'm reading chat here. I think they were a little bit slow maybe on getting harvesters out. I know Falls was ignored by like everyone for a long time, it seemed like. And that could have been part of the reason also why it was so long before, what's it? Just got rickrolled. Okay, let's see. Can we join on the other server? Yes. Password going. Join game. Okay. Yeah, I could have seen the beacon working for them too. I mean, they did have most of the map at that point, so it was just going to be a matter of time. At least unless they did something stupid and lost their life forms, in which case, obviously, the tide could turn. But since they were doing also a good job at making sure that seating and canopy were the only ones getting the only places where the Marines were getting res versus everything else for She-Wolves. Well, there you go. Okay, we are now on Summit here in Europe on a London server. Huzzah! Which means that I have a lot of ping because I'm on the opposite side of the US from that. Anyway, obviously on Summit we don't have the lovely fixed spawns, so it's either they're aligned vertically or horizontally. I think most people prefer it to be in the data/flight spawns, unless you're just hoping that whoever you're playing against gets stuck in Atrium, because I think everybody hates Atrium. It does seem to be harder to get anywhere from Atrium. And not to mention it's horrible for aliens because it's such a nice long line of sight. So we'll see how long it takes for people to rejoin on this server. Got most She-Wolves here already, but only half of max. Maybe I'll tab here a moment, scroll up in chat so I can see what people have said. Yeah, I see some talk there about the oops. Did I miss something? More excitement. Yeah, I'm there is no joy. Yeah, I'm a pretty chill person. I do not get like super ridiculously over enthusiastic unless, something completely crazy happens. Yeah, I think as Fisk is catching up there. Yeah, I think it could have gone either way could have worked for them, I think. If they'd allowed the beacon, well then they pulled them out of falls and didn't have to worry about it. They're all trapped in there and they can just wait. Oh my goodness. What are they doing? They're being silly. All right then. Yeah, it could have ended up bad. Yeah, as Fisk mentioned, they could have ended up pinched there in reception, or it could have ended up, or if they'd beaconed, it could have ended up they would have been the ones just picking off Marines as they dared to try and escape their spawn point. We'll see how it goes. As I said, I think I'm interested to see how things will go, what spawns they'll get on here. This is obviously, oh, we got to get 1-1 because that was alien wins all around. There we go. Anyway, yeah, for some reason the little chat window isn't working on this one. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying though because I like being able to scroll. But yeah, we'll see what spawns they get and whether or not that severely affects their build. First starting as Max, whether that affects their alien play very much, or whether they're able to roll with whatever spawn the RNG gives them. I'm glad that this is another week where we don't have to worry about trying to force somebody to spawn on the south, north, whatever side of the map. Because that was annoying. I think most of the games that I was on got pretty lucky. Got it in 5 tries or so or less. But I think that She Wolves got stuck being randomly respawned like I don't know how many times. I'm sure that there's some ridiculous number. I'm sure it was very annoying, of course. So we are still waiting on two-ish of the max bleh, max players. Oh, I totally missed that Razgul is a merc for Max. Gods. One letter difference. I apparently can't read. Oh, there's a bunch of people going to the wrong server. That would be part of it. That's why Tico said join off of Tico. Oh well, a little bit of chaos. But not too bad. Real talk. Oh gods. So we've got, yeah, we're waiting on one more max player along with Razgul to join up after the mercs are approved. For whatever reason, She-Wolves has zero issues, and for some reason the game just like hates Razgul. I don't know why. So we will see how this all goes. Yeah, anybody in chat know whether or not Div 4 gets stuck with doing the balance mod as well, or if that is only Divs 3 plus, or what? Because as I said, I seem to recall reading that back when it was initially announced, but I can't remember whether or not that actually happened or not, because people seem to be playing with it like all the time. And, huh. Like everybody tries to approve Mercs. If he isn't approved now, I don't know what is approved. triple approval. So, okay, we'll be waiting on here. Like we have everyone in the server, in the right teams. Got both of us hanging out in the what's it's a thing with like stuff, spectate that thing. So we'll be starting here, I would assume, momentarily once they get their strats sorted out. And we will hopefully see some more fun games here on Summit for the second set of rounds. This is like the probably I think this is like the first game that I've casted that hasn't been like a 4-0 landslide, which is nice. I mean 4-0s can be entertaining at times, but I like 2-2s. I like 2-2s especially, or 3-1s where somebody was playing really smart and got a very clever win. That kind of thing. I like those. I like stuff where it says that people are playing smart or evenly matched or something like that. Okay, we got Spa hopping into the chair or not. Bad She-Wolves, let's get this rolling. Okay, I don't think we've had I don't yeah, we haven't had anybody ready up yet, so it's not a huge rush. I just want to see I want to see this map, see how whether or not it is going to be a 2-2 or what. Okay, Andy Mionis has readied up for Max. So we will just be waiting here on She-Wolves. Ow. Okay, we do have the ready up, so 5 seconds or less. Let's get this rolling. The first round on Summit for She-Wolves versus Max. Alright, looks like we are going to get the horizontal spawns. And since we've got She-Wolves here in flight and we've got Max here in data, they're going to split out. Looks like 4, nope, okay, 3 going towards the sub side of the map. Looks like we've got Rakami moving towards Cross and Jope moving towards the north, building up crevice, or maybe not. Gonna go fight Razgul there. Got some engagement here in the Complev hallway. It looks like all the skulks are very chipped though. Snaggle and Asylum doing making sure to work through that hallway. Asylum maybe missed the M.A.C.S. there hiding around the corner. Snaggle should be able to take out Drifter Girl potentially. Drifter Girl does go down. Up here at the north end of things, Jope just needs to like sneeze on Razgul to kill him. But Jope was facing the wrong way and misses that really potentially easy kill. We got Pasky hiding up there in the ceiling, which we can take a quick look at. Just hiding right over here, up in the little mini vent. Gets Parasite. Snaggle knows there's something going on, but SAS is coming in there as well. Spots SAS first. Pasky's going to fall down from the ceiling and try and jump onto Snaggle. Jope is going to rush in from the crevice side of things and try to put some bullets into Pasky. Snaggle is going to go down to Drifter Girl, and however, oops, whoa, hello, mouse to the side there by accident. Anyway, Jope gets cleared as well. Got IMB versus Asylum and SAS. There are some mines going down, but it'll take them a moment to trigger, obviously. We got Schwa also in there. Takes down Drifter Girl. Or no, sorry, IMB. Rakami takes down Drifter Girl elsewhere. SAS also goes down. More mines being dropped. And we've got Razgul scooting towards Rakami, who is over in Crevice. Jope is going through Crossroads, potentially continuing onward to go harass one of the alien naturals. Got IMB versus Snaggle over here in the middle of Crossroads. And Drifter Girl is going to sneak up behind Jope again. Unless he hears Drifter Girl. But Drifter Girl is going through the vent, so will pop up on the other side of the map. Snaggle should be able to go and just like put 2 bullets into IMB there and just end that skulk. Or they're just going to have a lot of vent play here and just running around in circles trying to play Ring Around the Rosie vertically instead of, you know, around a pillar. Anyway, we got Jope going into vent here to take out that, to desist that. Looks like Pasky may or may not decide to go over there, but IMB is going to at least go over and maybe harass that RT there in Comp Lab. Do have Schwab picking off IMB before that RT even gets chomped on a bit more. But over here in Vent we have Asylum and Jope taking down SAS and then working on that Harvester. Jope is running around the backside of that ring there, which is always fun to do. Passy's gonna go in there a little bit too late probably, but does like just roll over Asylum. Jope has full health though and is at that position which is hard to get to, or at least harder to get to than, you know, over in the center of the platform there. Gets parasited by, or gets parasited at by IMB. No damage really done, but there's a good amount of distance between them so that he should be able to take down IMB unless he, you know, needs to reload, which he does. He's gonna get out of there because, well, he's gonna die. Meanwhile, we got Lurks up, and we got SAS going in there along with Schwa and Snaggletooth working on that RT up in Reactor. Pasky's already in there as well. Snaggle gets taken down. Schwa is the last one standing. He takes down Pasky. Drifter support in there. SAS is pretty low, and if Rakami rolls in there, Rakami may be able to get some... Nope, never mind. We got Razgul in there as well. That's over. Anyway, we got Jope still like kicking along the south side of the map. He's going to go work on that RT and see if he can get down ventilation. Drifter Girl is over there, so trying to be sneaky, but Jope takes out Drifter. Pasky's down the hallway, however that RT needs like 2 bullets. It's gone. They're getting Armor 1 now. Pasky is able... IMB takes out some of the mines there in the vent. Got the, one of the Lurks responding here to vent. Jope is underneath the platform actually. Looks like he fell down possibly. Gets taken out. Looks like Rakami's going to go through the vent, or hide in the vent and wait to see if Razgul will come by, or some sort of skulk, I would assume. But we've got Pasky, Drifter, and IMB is egging around the corner there. Just 3 skulks versus Asylum, and Snaggle's in sub proper, and will probably, or will potentially pick off Pasky. But with SAS joining the group there, that's bad for Snaggle. Jope is slowly creeping towards that general vicinity of the map, and we'll probably pick off Pasky. There goes Pasky. Maybe Drifter too. Maybe. Come on, Jope. Does pick off both skulks there. Meanwhile, over in Reactor, we got Schwa working on that RT again, but Razgul is in there already, and Schwa gets caught during the reload while being chomped on. Doesn't quite get enough bullets to, you know, kill the Harvester there or whatnot, but let's see how we're doing on that. We got two extractors down in 5 minutes. Not the best in the world. Looks like setting up a lurk trap there in the vent in Summit. Got IMB working on trying to parasite the mines there before working on the RT. Schwa's going to go in there and probably pick him off. Meanwhile, down here we got Asylum versus Drifter Girl and Pasky. Just taking their time. Asylum's going to go get better positioning in the room. Schwa does kill IMB over there. However, SAS just came into the room and is going to probably get rid of Asylum because Snaggle is too far around the corner to be much use. Snaggle's going to take up position around the corner there. But with... Nobody saw Snaggle! That's pretty awesome! Nobody checked corners for Marines, and Snaggle did not give away her position. We got Schwa fighting up there, still alive. Snaggle takes down Drifter Girl, joins the group there. Manages to kill Pasky, and all that's left is SAS, but with Snaggle probably should have stayed back there to keep the lurk sort of trapped in that general vicinity. SAS is able to get out. In Falls we've got, looks like IMB just, oh, I was going to say escaping into the vent, but that wasn't much of an escape. Going to be able to work and kill that Crag there in Crossroads, while Asylum and Razgul make a little loop around here. Asylum's going to maybe have a, oh, nope. I was going to say maybe have a lurk showing up behind her, but guess not. Razgul's just going to be sneaky and float right along behind. Does take out Asylum finally. Looks like Crossroads got cleared. We have SAS moving down towards Snaggle and Jope, who are both in sub. They do finally get the power up right as SAS comes in there, who I think missed some bites there. However, Snaggle does go down. It is Jope alone with a shotgun. Maybe get some good shots in there. Does take down IMB. However, Pasky is like there right around the corner, so that is probably gone. Asylum may be able to haul all the way down there to get that shotgun back, but since there is a lurk still in the room, might not be so good. Got Armor 1 going up at the moment. We got Schwa versus Razgul up there. Razgul gets taken down to half, but is not too particularly concerned. Looks like the shotgun was recovered there. Snaggle's right around the corner as well, so Asylum is not alone there with the shotgun, and Jope is going to be showing up as well, possibly to get a shotgun back. We'll see. They're going to put down that RT again. Pesky's just like hanging out right behind the pipes, just waiting. Hopefully nobody abandons Asylum there. Okay, Snaggle did spot that. Meanwhile, up here in Summit-ish, we've got Schwa and Rakami moving in towards Crossroads. We got SAS using the vent beneath the floor again. I don't know if they know he's there. Well, guess what? Now they know he's there. Rakami is going to maybe be taken down, but maybe not. Need some med packs going on there. Rakami is just going to be immortal with a black bar. Finally getting some med packs. Maybe? Nope. Okay. Anyway, we got fades up. We got Pasky up as a fade. I'm assuming we will be seeing another fade here shortly, maybe? Oh. Tico's having some internet issues, it looks like. Well, hopefully that means nothing crazy will happen and that he'll miss. Asylum here alone, trapped between Drifter Girl, Pasky, and SAS. Rakami does get taken down. The mine there almost explodes and kills Drifter Girl, but not quite. Over here in Crossroads, we've got Schwa and Rakami. Taking a few shots there at Razgul, but nothing really landing. SAS is able to come in from the other side along with Pasky and IMB, who did also finally go fade as well. And they're going to just drop that hive there. They know that's there. That I don't think they had been dead long enough to not hear that. So they know that hive is there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a push there to go kill that ASAP. They have not taken down any of the life forms yet, so that is not so good for She-Wolf's position, but very good for Max. What have we got down here? We got all the life forms converging on Asylum, and Snaggle's going to be next. But the Lurks are the only ones pushing in there, so they might have been able to kill a Lurk. Pasky's hiding behind a box. I don't know if they see him there. Nope, doesn't look like it. Snaggle's going to go down. Maybe. Nope, missed a swipe. So they are going to sit there and see if they can take that hive out. Schwa's going to go running in there to try and shoo them out. But we just lost 2 Marines right there, so they're separated also. So Schwa and Jope are both on opposite sides of the hive. Schwa gets taken down. Jope is the only one still kicking. Versus both Fades and a Drifter. They do have a Crag there for support. So not so good. At least he's there and able to cycle any weapons that are there. Asylum finally comes flying into the room. They're able to get a couple of shots. Oh, Pasky might go down. He is really low, but nobody's in position there to take those final shots on Pasky. However, we got Rakami also showing up, and Snaggle catching back up as well. Looks like SAS did go down as a Lurk. I missed that. Where did the Lurks go down? I missed that somehow. Jeez, I was probably watching the fades or something. Anyway, both Lurks got melted. How did I miss that? That's silly. I was probably looking right at it too. They really need that little announcement right here on the corner of the screen. We've got Asylum and Snaggle both still alive here. They're going to go and take down that hive, which is now 36% grown. Jope is going to run in as well, and that hive is probably going to be doomed, but that's a really good distraction. Lurk upgrades now completed. Whoops, there aren't any Lurks. Anyway, back up here. Got Pasky and IMB trying to kill him. We just lost Asylum and Jope there, and Rakami's showing up as well. Does take down Drifter Girl, but guess what? There are 2 Fades there. So there are a couple shotguns down there in Cross, and that hive does have a Drifter on it, so that'll be building right away. It's only... Oh, they dropped Atrium as well, so no matter what, they're going to get a second hive up, possibly a third hive if nobody spots that. But considering that is a good way to make the Marines kind of tunnel vision on Cross... Well, there you go. I mean, let's look at this. They've taken down only 7 extractors, and Marines have been like solidly on 2 this entire game, pretty much just Crossroads. Since Crevice seems to be continuously taken. They were able to get sub back up, so there is that. However, they're going to lose Comp Lab because that is currently undefended. Guess what? Jope knows there's a hive there now. That Drifter's going to go down, so that's going to slow down the building of the hive. SAS is back up as Lurk. So those Lurk upgrades may be used after all. Anyway, we got the Lifeform pack running towards Asylum, who is going to take down the RT. But that's about it. She is going to get trampled by a bunch of things with pointy teeth, spikes, and pointy arms. as is Rakami, and that whole group is going to move into Crossroads, where there's currently nothing, but probably run down to Schwa and Snaggletooth, who are down there in Comp Lab. Both Fades versus two LMGs. Those shotguns are not going to be, or there aren't going to be any more shotguns for quite a while, especially only on 3 RTs-ish, since that is not quite built. I mean, let's take a look here. Yeah, Team Resources just took off after 6 minutes for the aliens, and so did the kills. Lifeform Pack just cleared out Summit as well, and it looks like we are going to see a little bit of a push here on the south side of the map. IMB versus Schwa and Snaggletooth. Oh, IMB gets stuck there for a moment on the wall, but that's okay. He gets out. Pasky is coming up from behind and will probably go straight for Schwa. Takes out Schwa. Snaggle's all alone now. Missing a bunch of bullets there, but looks like Snaggle will probably go down, especially since IMB came back in to re-engage. Got Razgul versus Rakami and Jope there in Crevice. And SAS is on the other side, just spiking and being obnoxious. With the power out there, obviously they cannot get any of any RTs there, just because, well, obviously that would be kind of pointless. So if they want to get another RT, they're going to have to spend time to put up that power. But with both the Fades working together pretty well there. Oh, they do have an Onus up, which would be Drifter Girl. Where is Drifter Girl? Where is the Onai? The Onai is there, going through Glass Hallway, running towards Crossroads. They are getting weapons 2 at this moment, but it's weapons 2 and armor 1 versus an Onos. An Onos that is going to have 3 hives. Drifter Girl is going to show up there and possibly just trample over. Oh, no, didn't get the kill there. Razgul totally stole that kill. Anyway, they're going to go down to two RTs here, and the one in sub is at about half. Jope is just watching around that corner there, and being joined by Rakami. They both have shotguns. They're probably going to just go and try and be a giant distraction and kill that hive. But since it is completed, well, there you go. They are going to go and work on that hive. It does have a Crag on it, so... Oh, and there's also a Fade, you know, in there to defend. They are split up a bit, so that obviously doesn't work so well for defending. Jope gets caught in a bone wall. It's kind of floating up there above it, gets taken out. So that's 2 shotguns down there in Atrium. Meanwhile, we got Asylum just LMGing the one in Cross. The one in Cross is only at like 90. They were able to get much more damage into the one in Atrium, which is being healed as we speak by that Crag. Both Fades coming in to clear that, no problem. We got Razgul just being kind of obnoxious in the Summit hallway right there. And it's not so good for She-Wolves, at least in this aspect. This may end up being all alien wins. Let's go back to Resource Towers. Because, you know, they've kind of been sitting, at least as far as the aliens go, M.A.C.S have been sitting at 5 RTs for a considerable portion of the game. They really needed to be, it looks like She-Wolves needed to be much more aggressive about making sure that they got those RTs down. It looks like a little bit of confusion there on whether or not to go for the power. They started on the power and then was like, wait, no, let's go for the chair. Not the best choice there. Oh wow, Drifter Girl though, down about 40%. Doesn't get chased around the corner. Razgul is in there to try and mop up, but Schwa gets the kill. They have a crash there or something. Anyway, it looks like She-Wolves have GG'd, so that round does go to M.A.C.S. What happened? Did we lose somebody back there? Anyway, we'll be starting here on the final round. There we go. Current status is 2 for M.A.C.S and 1 for She-Wolves. All alien wins. So we will see how they do on this one. I mean, I think that is one of the things that a lot of people say, is that it always ends up being a lot of alien wins on the lower divisions, if only because, you know, you don't have to worry as much about aim for most of the life forms. You just have to, you know, just rush stuff and kill things and bite them at, you know, point blank range, obviously, because, you know, they don't have crazy stretchy alien mouths that, you know, come shooting out like, I don't know what, stuff. There's some sort of like deep sea creature that I'm trying to think of, and I can't remember what it is. I think it might be like some kind of crazy snail that just like has some ridiculous ability to like, I don't know, whatever. I think it's a ridiculous some sort of ridiculous sea creature that I can't think of. Anyway, yeah. So though I don't think that that would have been a or I'm curious how where it was exactly that She Wolf started to lose stuff. I think it was back. What was that? At like 5 minutes was about when it happened. And yeah, I totally missed SAS crashing. I know that at one point there wasn't let me see there. Yeah, I didn't even see SAS crash. I was paying more attention to trying to relate what happened. Yeah, if there was a crash, they really should have paused since that is part of the game now. If you are on a team and somebody crashes, guess what? You should pause. Or request a pause, depending on what has been said. I believe Tico said just at the very beginning, if you guys need a pause, just pause it. I believe it's written in the rules that you're supposed to ask for a pause, but technically it's supposed to be the ref doing the actual pausing. What? I think Tico's reading that wrong. Yeah. What? I am but can't? Tico is the one who's supposed to. I guess I don't know whether he's having issues or something. I know he did mention internet issues. So I don't know here. Or maybe maybe his controls are broken. I don't know. Chaos. Chaos! Posse. Anyway, we'll be waiting here for the final round. Yeah, nerd jelly beans. That's right. I hope that everybody who, may not, whether regardless of whether or not you actually celebrate Easter, that you get to go enjoy all the cheap candy that is going to, be marked down tomorrow or at the end of the day, whatever. Because cheap candy is awesome. Especially if you happen to, like a certain type of holiday candy that only shows up one time a year, then it's definitely awesome to be, to get cheap candy. Anyway, we got the ready up from She Wolves. So we will be starting this last round here momentarily. We got 10 seconds or less. So 1 second here. Oh, we are going to get aliens starting in Atrium, the horrible spawn that everybody hates. So She-Wolves is up there, and down here in sub we've got Mercs. They are going to be power building an armory with 3 people, while 2 move out towards Crossroads-ish. Okay, one going to build comp and the other going to cross, where Asylum is setting up to wait. They're going for mines first. Unsurprisingly, we got Schwa and Snaggle down here towards Vent. Snaggle getting a little bit chipped, but does get a parasite on Pasky. Drifter Girl is hiding behind the RT, is not parasited currently. And over here in Comp Lab, we've got IMB and SAS. Jope is running around the little thing there. Rakami hanging up in the ceiling, just or on top of the little like ventish thing, does retreat into the vent there in going towards Summit. We have Razgul running towards that unbuilt RT. He's gonna get some good chip damage on. Oh no, he's gonna take out that drifter too. That poor little drifter just hatched. He's gonna die. Razgul just gets tramples Schwa and is not gonna. It barely gets, almost gets Asylum. Now they're what, like 5 health or 5 HP or something, 5% too. Got Pasky and Drifter Girl moving into Data. They're waiting around for that RT to be dropped. Meanwhile, down here in Comp Lab, they are going to lose that one to Jope and Rakami. Not a bad start. Jope is going to set up to wait for somebody to show up. I guess he was expecting S.A.S. to come down from flight, but Razgul comes in from sub-access instead and does take out Jope. Got pistols from Razgul, not enough to quite miss, but he does reload his pistol. Okay, Rakami does go in there and take down that RT. If that had been left up, that would have been very sad. Anyway, Rakami's going to go down. Meanwhile, Schwa is in there taking out Pasky with a parasite kill. IMB versus Schwa. Schwa wins and goes back to the RT. Anyway, we've got nothing so far going on in Cross other than Asylum creeping on through there. We got SAS just building up the RT in flight. Jope cruising into Drifter to try and bite down Drifter Girl. Does end up losing. Schwa is able to clear that one too. He's just being the guy who's pro at clearing vent at the moment. They are putting down some mines in various places around the map to make sure that they don't get rushed or anything like that. We got 3 skulks around this general vicinity of the map between Flight, Computer, and Crossroads. Razgul is coming through and will probably get just converged on by all 3 of those. But guess what? IMB is right around the corner, and they just like clear up 2 of those 3 skulks. IMB does have full health, so he should be able to take out Asylum. He does. Meanwhile, we've got Pasky building up that RT with Drifter Girl running around the outside little arc there in Vent. Rakami's going to work on the RT in flight while Jope delays IMB a bit. Okay, Jope does get, sort of really chipped there up on the ceiling. Rakami versus Snaggle. Or Rakami and Snaggle versus SAS and IMB. Rakami is barely able to escape into that vent. They are going to lose the assists there in flight, but that's no big deal. Guess what? Snaggle's working on the RT down there in Comp Lab. Razgul's trying to make sure to keep the aliens out of Crossroads so they don't have that getting locked down and losing that particular point of the map. Schwa's running through the little archways on top, it looks like, and waiting for something to happen while Pasky takes a few shots at him. Weapons 1 has been started at last. Schwa's just going to do his best to waste was that Pasky's time. Do have a lurk up, which should be Jope. Looks like Rakami is also up, but I don't know where's Rakami? Where's Rakami? Where's the other lurk? There's Jope. Looks like healing. I guess I missed the first engagement there. Anyway. What have we got here? We've got Schwa hiding under a ramp there while Razgul looks for him. Does spot him. However, guess what? You can't shoot through that. So Rakami's going to come in there and clean up Razgul. They don't have armor 1, so that's very easy for lurks to make sure to clear. IMB is just waiting around the corner there. Mine goes off, kills Asylum. IMB moves in there to go clean up Snaggletooth. That RT is at 41%, so not too horrible, but it probably will go down next time somebody shows up. Rakami gets the kill there on Drifter Girl and also Pasky, and they're going to go and take down the the Data RT. But it gets recycled, so just kidding. Anyway, Schwa's going to take the one in Vent instead, and SAS is going to go over there to try and clean that, but he's doing a good job at dancing around. Whoop, okay, never mind. He gets cleaned off the RT. Meanwhile, we got both lurks here in Cross versus Razgul. Razgul does go down. Jope needs to go back and heal, so they will be splitting up there for the moment. Nobody there to pinch him in Summit. So Asylum's going to take down the one there in Comp Lab, and there's only one. IMB is at about half health there in flight. Comp Lab does go down. Let's see how this is doing. 5 RTs down in 5 minutes. That's really good for She-Wolves trying to take down that RT. They just got another Harvester up. However, that one in... Oh, come on, IMB. You should have just axed that to death. However, it's going to die anyway, so there you go. Jope is able to clear him up, but that Harvester will be saying goodbye, world. There it does. There. And they almost have phase tech up, so it'll be interesting to see where they end up placing gates. It looks like probably one here in reactor, considering they have 3 there waiting. Just took out that Harvester, but there's like a billion cysts in there, so that'll be obnoxious, because that gate will be taking damage that whole time. But hey, we're going to have Pesky and Drifter Girl push towards the hive. They are using a shift to shift Harvesters out, so that one in flight is already recapped. That got cleared up. That was probably not the right call to have them just push in randomly when they had another waiting in reactor, which was S.A.S. who gets cleared by Rukami. Meanwhile, down at base, guess what? There was some stuff going on there, which I just missed. I guess that was Asylum in there being obnoxious, chewing on the RT. Meanwhile, we've got Rukami versus potentially IMB here. Looks like Rukami's going to go through the vent and possibly come up behind and bite IMB. There we go. Still no armor 1 from the Marines. Schwa is in there between 2 and ends up getting taken down by SAS, but only after he takes down Razgul. Rukami versus SAS, a lot of missed bites, a lot of missed bullets. Just overall, a lot of missing going on there. Not probably the engagement drawing out longer than it would have at higher divisions, but guess what? They're both alive and they're both going back to heal or be medpacked. Pesky versus Jope here in vent. Drifter Girl going to come in to support Pesky, it looks like, but Jope is going to go around the other way. We'll see how this ends up. Asylum also showing up from the data core side of things. Flies in there, misses a good bite on Pesky. Jope's going to go over towards flight, it looks like, where there is SAS and Razgul. Schwa is really chipped and Snaggle's at half health, so that isn't going to be so great, except for Rukami goes in. Razgul ends up killing SAS. Whoops. Razgul getting cleared out. No alien deaths in that little group. Got Pesky and Drifter Girl moving towards Cross, which has been sisted, so they will probably have to go and clear those. Got Schwa over towards the vent, just waiting to see what'll happen, but he's low health, so he probably can't do much in the way of engagement except for be a minor bullet sponge. Asylum getting a parasite there on Pesky, but otherwise not doing much. Schwa backing off after getting a parasite on IMB. Jope moves in there to go take down IMB. Maybe? Nope. Just one bite and he's going to get out. He's going to go get out of the way. He goes under the floor there, out, up through, and both he and Rukami both need to go heal. Anyway, what have we got here going on in flight? We've got a whip over there, which just died. SAS and Razgul both working to clear those cysts, and then we'll be working on the Harvester as soon as they finish reloading. But we got Pesky, Drifter Girl, and M.A.C.S. still in Crossroads. The right side of the map is pretty open. And I think Schwa saw that, so he's going to go... Oh! Hi, mines! Guess what? There are no mines there anymore, at least. Of course. Yeah, of course there are mines there. Andy Mionis tops out of the... Oh! Mines! Hi, Asylum. Guess what? You found some mines. And we've got Jope and Rukami both over there. Rukami obviously needing to stay back because she's at half health. Jope is going to work on the RT a little bit. We are up at fades, so Snaggletooth has popped out of an egg, and Schwa is next. Both lurks are going to flee the premises because they don't want to die for obvious reasons. So we got IMB and Razgul scooting over towards Crossroads, where Pesky just got taken down. Asylum is working on that RT and doing a fairly good job at staying out of the reach of the bullets. It does get taken down. Snaggle comes flying in there as a fade. Both the fades do some pretty good cleanup, except for IMB is still somehow alive. Snaggle's a little bit low on energy, though. So Rukami will have to come in here and clean up IMB, I think. Maybe. Come on, get that engagement. You got this. A couple more bites. Just gives up and lands on the ground. I mean, whatever works. And we were finally getting Armor 1 going, at long last. Having another engagement here over in Complab, which Schwa is able to clear up Razgul, and then he and Rukami are going to work on the RT there in Complab. Got Pesky and SAS moving up towards the little area on through maintenance access slash pipe junction. But guess what? Snaggle goes in there, misses a swipe, backs off a moment. Cuts back through. Oh, we just lost a lurk there. That was Rakami getting caught by Razgul, Drifter Girl, and IMB, who showed up, I'm assuming, right after that RT went down. Asylum is... Oh, all the Marines are in cross. They must be trying to get that gate up. They are getting shotguns. Armor 1 will be done momentarily. That gate is there. They definitely locked that down. So this is the time, if anything, to go zooming into base. Do they have it built? They do have it built, so if they are able to get that up... Yep, they got the gate up. So there's lots of mines in there too. So there are suddenly 5 Marines back in base, and they will have to go. And guess what? Now there are 5 Marines back in cross again. Well, how about that? But this time they have shotguns. So that was definitely good for them to be able to get that gate up. It'll help their positioning. However, guess what? We had a hive dropped over here in data, which is far enough away from everyone. Maybe Resgul heard it. I'm not sure. He did just turn around and head that way. Guess what? Jope is right behind him. Doesn't get particularly chipped. He should be able to win that engagement, especially with the fades coming into support. They are getting some pressure now on Vent. Asylum again working on the RT. Rakami has re-lurked also, so plenty of res to go around as far as that goes. No upgrade yet, obviously, because, well... Okay, now Rakami can go get the upgrade. So they're going to take down the Vent RT, and we got IMB and S.A.S. moving in from the north the glass side of things. Joe flies right into a shotgun blast, but doesn't die, thankfully, at least for him. Got IMB and S.A.S. now working on the hive. Jope spiking from quite a ways away. Whip is being moved in to go and support that. It is a mature whip, so it is going to throw some bile bomb in there, and they are able to clear that up. Hive is still, still has quite a ways to go. Drifter is being built so that way they can get that up and rolling. Razgul comes into Vent, while all the life forms move up towards the north, towards Cross, I would assume, which they are. So S.A.S. is probably going to be the first one getting picked off here. Does get chomped down by Rakami. Now Pasky looks like the next target. They do have a ton of mines in there, which I think just all exploded at once, pretty much. Didn't kill anybody, though. Okay, Cross has been cleared, so now Asylum is going to be working on that gate, while Razgul comes in from Pipe Junction. Is able to take down Asylum. However, all the other life forms abandon ship and get the heck out, except for Jope, who goes in for a couple of random bites. That's okay. Razgul, who was the only one with a shotgun, was on the other side, so he is able to get out of there. Schwa versus Pasky down here in Comp Lab. It is definitely interesting that, of course, since that they do have seem to both have stronger alien games at this point. We got IMB and Razgul hanging out here in Comp Lab where the RT just got redropped. We'll take a quick look here at the res graph as Schwa goes in there to fight Razgul, who will keep conveniently placed to see if he dies. Anyway, yeah, definitely hasn't been too much extra res pressure. They've kept a hold of looks like the Crossroads RT, and that's about it as far as max goes. Well, they just got Comp Lab back up. But everything else is pretty much claimed by She-Wolves. Meanwhile, we've got 2 here randomly over on the crevice side of things. We got Asylum up as Onos. Drifter Girl goes down there in Summit, and Pasky's hiding over here. But Schwa doesn't see him. Pasky is still alive, but guess what? Asylum is going to run into him. Asylum is really low on health and is probably going to be going down here in like 2 seconds. Bye, Asylum. That bone wall is a little bit too late to be able to try and save her. So much for that, Onos, but let's see. Who have we got res-wise? Jope would be the next Onos, since he has not died as Lurk. So that was definitely, definitely good for Max. They can stay in this game a little while longer and see if they could recap anything. Definitely with cutting the cis chain there and being able to wound the Harvester and Crag there. I believe that's a Crag, yeah. In flight, that'll help them there, or help make sure that res is, they end up working on that res. However, guess what? They're going to lose the gate and cross, because there are like every life form ever on top of that gate. That gate is history. So they may end up trying to build a gate over here in Summit. At least I would not be surprised if they try to get that one there, which is also not that horrible of a gate. The only problem is that, well, guess what? The aliens still have two hives, so it isn't as simple as going and rushing one hive, obviously. They're gonna take down the power here. And there goes the the power there in vent, so that'll be take M.A.C.S a lot longer to regain. They do have the gate up in Summit, Pasky and S.A.S kind of in that general vicinity, while Drifter Girl works on the Harvester there in Flight. Jope is going to come cruising through the vent. Yeah, probably not the best idea. There are like 3 Marines right over there. Drifter Girl is the better pick there. Gets one bite in there. Some spikes. However, there's some med pack going on and Jope isn't landing all his bites. How dare you, Jope. Anyway, cross gate going back up, even though it was sisted back in that area. They are able to go through, and Pasky may get spiked to death. Pasky gets spiked to death. Now it's just S.A.S, who does have a shotgun, so Rakami better look out. Snaggletooth moving in there. Missing a few spikes. More spikes. And we've got, looks like all the life forms being driven back out, so they do have the gate back up, and the one in Summit as well as a nice backup. The Harvester has gone down there in Flight, so that is no longer, they might actually be able to cap that. However, it looks like we've got enough life forms going in here. They are going to try and wipe that gate there in Summit, but there is the fact that that is a nice little hallway that is good for trying to force all the life forms through. Sorry, really needed a drink of water there. Anyway, Schwa is just swatting at that RT, which is pretty low. It'll just take him a while, because, you know, fades. Anyway, we got Snaggle and Rakami just waiting for something. I don't know what. It looks like they were waiting for Schwa to get over there. They're going to maybe take down Razgul. A couple shots there on Schwa, and he gets out of there because, you know, dying is bad. Drifter Girl's mind blows up Razgul because Snaggle was able to trigger it. Phase check has gone down. Their obs is lost. They are also chomping down this RT there in Summit, so that was a good play to get everybody to come back to base while the Skulks mostly worked on the one there in Summit, and now they're going to go after the one in Cross. Jopi's able to get out with half health, I think. Yes, he's able to get out. Nobody's there to pinch him. They're in vent. They are putting up some PvE there in vent also to delay that farther. The Drifter is going to go down. The whip is not built. It's at under half. Jope is going to go and try to take out Razgul. They do have the Crag there to help him out. But guess what? We have like all the life forms there in Cross. IMB takes down Schwa. Schwa has gone down. They're down to 1 fade and both lurks. Jope is almost at Onos Res, however. And there goes that gate. So they are down to no phase gates, and they do not really have that much res to be able to put back up. Okay, yeah, sure, they could put up 1 gate, but they will have to decide whether or not they can hold that gate currently. They still do not have that extractor there in Flight build. It's still a blueprint. But it's still not looking so good for Max. Yeah, okay, they pulled it back because they were able to take down Asylum, but I don't know. She-Wolves does have most of their upgrades. Meanwhile, M.A.C.S only has, what, Armor 1, Weapons 2? Got Asylum and Schwa both moving into Flight here. Drifter Girl is just leaving the area and will probably just stop and turn around and come back. But with the enzyme going down, that RT is going to get melted. So all they have to do is stay alive and not get killed, and that RT will go bye-bye, which it does. So now Drifter Girl is going to be the next target. The Schwa gets caught behind a box and dies. IMB shows up at the last minute. They do have the gate back up and Cross. So S.A.S and Pasky, well, Pasky was there. And they just abandoned the gate to go back to base, because guess what? There are lurks in the base. And Snaggletooth. There gets taken down there. Razgul takes down Snaggle takes down Razgul. Ugh. And pulls the people back from Cross. They get to try and build that Flight RT again. Meanwhile, we've got them pushing towards Vent again. Obviously, with that pretty well locked down, they do have a whip. They have a Crag somewhere. There it is. It's over there. That'll make it considerably harder for Razgul and Pasky to be able to get back in there. The Rakami is under half health. Shooting some Umbra over there to try and assist without getting, horribly wounded. Got up here, we've got SAS versus Asylum with Drifter support. However, that is a considerable amount of ground to cover, so obviously SAS's shotgun blasts aren't going to be the greatest, nor is Asylum's ability to, bite from 20 yards away or something. Oh, we got Rakami just being obnoxious here in base, wasting Drifter Girls and Pasky's time. Jope can go Onos whenever the heck he feels like it. Schwa is just going to work on the gate there that went back up at Summit. There is nobody over there in that particular vicinity. They are going to phase over there in a moment, though, and randomly show up and kill Schwa. However, Snaggletooth is over there being obnoxious in Cross, too, to waste another one's time. They are assisting through into Summit, so to try and get some more damage there, I'm assuming, with the assists. Having a little bit more converging. Jope is potentially going to go down there. He's pretty well trapped. He does go down, taken out as he tries to escape past these little pillars here in Cross. Drifter Girl is the next one who is probably going to go down there. None of the other life forms particularly hurt. Razgul does have his shotgun and is taking on Snaggletooth, but Snaggletooth does take him down. More Marines coming through the phase gate. Skulk's dying every which way, and it's just... meanwhile, over here, we've got Asylum working on that phase gate. All the life forms have finally been driven away from the cross gate, which means they can port through and take down Asylum. That gate is really low, though. It's at 17%, so they should be able to get that down. 10, 7, 4. That might have almost died from friendly fire. They are going to weld it, though. Jope is up as Onos. He is hanging out there in the north side of the map. They're probably going to go and crush that summit gate first. There are, however, 3 people just hanging out there, and they have a very nice line of sight to be able to see him coming. Getting some harassment there at the cross gate, though, which pulls some of the Marines back. So now it's only SAS there. Asylum's going to go in first. Jope is following next. Asylum almost getting killed. SAS gets trampled down by Jope, and they're going to get that gate to be annihilated while IMB moves in from one side. Drifter support, making sure that Jope stays alive. He stays back, does not want to go in there against 2 shotguns and an LMG. They are getting catbacks and armor 2 finally. They still only have weapons 2. Snaggletooth makes sure to, sort of pull him back a bit from Summit. However, IMB and Razgul are sort of watching the Summit side of things more than they are watching Crossroads. They are getting an arc factory finally. So lots of upgrades suddenly appearing from the Marines, all because they were finally able to sort of lock down a 4th RT for a period of time. So this isn't looking quite so good anymore for She-Wolves. They might have missed their chance there. But we'll see how well they play. If they lose enough P-Res, they aren't going to have enough. There's only one guy who has enough for another shotgun. Currently does not have one. Oh, geez, we have 2 more Onai showing up. They're going to put a bone wall up there to protect their Onai, because Schwa and Snaggle are both waiting. Hello, look, some more Onai. That's what they were waiting for. That's why it took until 70 res for Jope to pop out of an Onos egg. They were waiting for their fades to go Onos. So they have 3 Onai, and since I see Golden is in chat, or was in chat, hopefully if they do anything that involves going counterclockwise or clockwise, that everybody hears it. Anyway, they're going to take out the cross gate there with the 3 Onai and a Lurk, who is there for Umbra support. They're just going to trample that thing and then continue on over towards the one there in Summit, much to the chagrin of all of M.A.C.S, who keep hiding through there. Schwa just ported a little bit. That or my connection's being a little bit wonky. Everything looks okay, so nobody's red. Anyway, they better watch out they don't fall off the edge. Still 3 Onai. Schwa's a little bit hurt out of the trio. And all the gates have just been melted. Rakami's going to work on that RT and be joined by Schwa. There is 1 arc there working on Vent, but it's too little too late. Let's look at the res graph. They lost 12 RTs. They are both tied at 4 at the moment. However, guess what? They're going to lose the power there in flight. They just lost the power there in cross, or will be soon. Power is down in Summit, so that gate is going to take longer to get back. They have just so many Onai. They're just Onai everywhere. Oh, guess what? Asylum can almost re-Onos here in a moment. She only needs 2 res. So it'll be what, 30 seconds or something? Before she can go Onos again? I'll have to double check that math. Anyway, they got some they have Onos res up the wazoo. It looks like another 2 Onos. Is that what I'm seeing? Moroni, where are they? Where are those guys? Moroni. Sna or, no, same Oni. Never mind. Just kidding. I just read the numbers wrong. I forgot who was Oni, and they were all in eggs, so they were just getting upgrades. Anyway, they just dropped the Crossroads Hive, because why not? We got IMB and Razgul down here fighting Asylum. Asylum may... Nope, doesn't take out Razgul. Razgul survives with little to no health. But guess what? There are 3 Oni going towards sub-axis. So this should be over here soon. They are going to beacon. However, guess what? They're just going to say, screw it, let's kill this. They did drop flight. However, guess what? There are 3 Oni in the base still. Snaggle's going to take out 1 and then scoot around the corner as fast as an Onus can run. She-Wolves has 1, because guess what? Rikami went over there and popped that blueprint. So there we go. Last round for She-Wolves. So it is now 2-2, and that would be it. So good round there for She-Wolves and Max. Definitely that last game. For a little bit there, it looked like Max might have actually been able to take that, but obviously I was not paying as close enough attention to the P-Res situation as I should have been. And then suddenly Oni. So, definitely good stuff. Yeah, now Fiskbit notices that. Anyway, good stuff, everyone. Let's see here, go back. I want to see if there's any new posts to confirm whether or not there are going to be games tomorrow. As I said, there may or may not be a game that is, let me see. I think I was a little bit late on that. Anyway, let's see here. Let me take a quick look. Missing the convo here. Scooting down a little bit to take another look here. There has been no further confirmation on the 2 games tomorrow. Theoretically, if there are games tomorrow, it will be 2 hours later versus Oz at like 5 p.m. Pacific or something ridiculous. You can look at the NSL website to get the times in, you know, whatever time zone you feel like it. And there also may be, or actually, I'm not logged in on my tablet. I can just give you the CEST times. At 14 CEST would be that 2 hours later versus Oz game. That would be on Blind's channel, assuming it happens. And then tomorrow there's theoretically Legendary Snails versus Imagine at 20:30 on Ren's channel, assuming that one happens, which of course it may or may not. I will make sure to update the calendar if that changes at all. So, yeah, keep an eye out. Check the NSL website for that and any further matches that may get confirmed for this next week. Week 4 matches have been given an extra week to happen because of Easter, so I think there's 1 or 2 more games that are still scheduled, or that still need to be scheduled to happen for that one. And week 5 also has been given an extra week, so there should be some more games showing up in the next, you know, week or so. Probably next weekend or something. Probably will be a lot like, you know, a couple weeks back. So hopefully those will be a bunch of good games. And as I said, definitely good games from Max and She-Wolves. All alien wins, so there you go. Let's see, anything else? As I said, I think that's it. Keep an eye on the NSL website for future games, and thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good Easter.